Witam serdecznie, czas powrócić do gry Expedition Rome, ponieważ jeszcze w nią jej nie przeszedłem, pograłem tylko troszkę. Jest dodatek, tryb gladiatora, zatem zagrajmy, zobaczmy jak się będzie nam grało. Będę chciał zagrać grę na wysokim poziomie trudności.
In the year of Lucius Licinius Lucullus, Rome was prosecuting several wars of self-defense, most notably in Greece, where Lucullus himself was commanding the legions. With everyone's gaze directed at the provinces, few could have known that a seemingly inauspicious event in Rome would become the central fulcrum around which the fate of the Republic would turn. The paterfamilias of a venerable patrician house had passed away unexpectedly, and a senator by the name of Vitellius Scaevola had made a bid for the hand of his eldest child. His widow alone believed that Scaevola had poisoned her husband and now strove to take his place and claim his property through marriage. Acting in secret, the widow arranged for her youngest child to be taken out of their villa in the dead of night and smuggled out of Rome.
Dobrze. Oczywiście imię. Z rodów Emiliuszów, przydomek niech będzie mężczyzna, portret. Ten jest ciekawy, ale i ten jest ciekawy. Twarz. Bądźmy tacy, bądźmy śniadzi. Fryzura. Krótkie włosy. Czarny, wzrost wysoki. Każdy z trzech atutów odblokowuje unikatowe opcje dialogowe. Logo, pathos, my chcemy być. No i tutaj jest łatwy, normalny, trudny, obłęd. Śmierć w walce włączony, tryb żelaznej woli włączony, towarzysz gladiatorów włączony.
Did you hear me, Domine? Your body is surely present, but your mind seems somewhere else.
Wybacz, stary przyjacielu, chyba wciąż myślę o tym, co się stało.
Our departure was very sudden, I know. But do not dwell on the past. Better to focus on what's coming at you. I asked the Triarchus how close we are to Lesbos, but he would not give me a straight answer.
Dąż twierdzi, że zbliżamy się do celu.
Indeed. In his defense, there are many islands on this sea, and they mostly look the same. Will you check with the Triarchus? Hopefully he will give you a clearer answer. He told me his name is Geminus.
Wystarczy, że użyjesz nieco więcej uroku. Spraw, by cię polubił. Postaram się wyciągnąć z niego trochę informacji.
You do have a way of speaking to people's emotions. I'm sure he'll be more helpful to you. You should also go and thank Quintus Aquilinus. I do believe he saved our lives with his timely appearance at the villa.
Nie widzę tutaj zbyt wielu pasażerów.
Your mother paid Geminus handsomely to set off in great haste under cover of night. Two others did board with us, also bound for Lesbos. Young Gajusz has been pacing impatiently over there, wearing grooves into the deck. There was a gladiator too, but I don't know where he went.
Dziękuję, że chciałeś towarzyszyć mi, synergię.
Thank you for bringing me along. It'll be wonderful to see my homeland again.
Wyruszyliśmy tak szybko. Moja matka i siostra...
Do not worry. The Vitellius brothers have no reason to do them any harm. Besides, you cannot save them by worrying. Focus on the task ahead.
Zobaczmy, czy Geminus orientuje się, gdzie jesteśmy. Tyle. Okej.
You found your sea legs quickly, Domine.
You handle the sea better than most. I'm glad.
Tantare, chciałbym podziękować Ci za punktualną odsiecz.
The timing was fortunate, but there is no need to thank me. The consul sent me to get you. Please, call me Kaiser, if it's not too familiar.
A nie Aquini?
My subordinates call me Centurio, my superiors call me Aquilinus. My friends call me Kaiser.
No to możesz mi mówić Malinus.
With all due respect, I'd better not.
Możemy omówić nasz plan. Wyjechaliśmy zbyt szybko, aby przedyskutować dalsze działania.
Ah, she did not keep you apprised. Your mother has secretly been making arrangements with the consul. You are to join his command staff as tribunus.
Nie znam się na wojnie.
Don't worry. It's a purely ornamental position. It will prepare you well for a traditional political career. You will not see combat, nor will you make any important decisions. You'll be safe, as your mother wanted.
To znakomity krok na drodze do zostania senatorem.
Indeed. Military service is mandatory to be elected as quaestor, but you know that. One word of advice. I know Lucullus is a friend of your family, but remember, he is the consul, elected by the people to rule all of Rome. It's best if you don't act too familiar with him in front of his men.
Co cię łączy z Lucullusem?
For many years I was the primus pillus of Legio Prima Italica, which he commands. He needed someone he could trust to get you out of Rome and keep you safe.
Zamierzasz wrócić na to stanowisko, gdy dotrzemy na Lesbos?
That position has already been filled by one of my centuriones. A good man, easily up to the task. My job now is to watch your back and help you settle into your new life.
Jestem zaszczycony twoim towarzystwem.
Happy to be at your service.
Rozmawiałeś z innymi pasażerami.
I had a brief talk with that gladiator who boarded before us, just to make sure he won't give us any trouble. He seems to have vanished, though. The young man over there, Gaius, is apparently the nephew of the other consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta. He's here to become a tribunus as well. You should talk to him if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll have much in common.
Powinienem pomówić z Trycharusem. Tam. Ale tu mamy jeszcze Gajusza. Zadania. No tak. Jasne.
I heard he's running from a senator who wants him dead.
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Salve.
Salve. Chyba nie zostaliśmy sobie należycie przedstawieni. Nazywam się Agamus Emiliusz Vel Malinus.
It is a pleasure. I am Gajusz Juliusz Cezar.
Juliusz Cezar. Miło cię poznać. Wszystko jest dla mnie tutaj nowe. Czy nie masz nic przeciwko, żebym zadał ci kilka pytań?
Not at all. But keep in mind, I'm not the most experienced soldier either.
Skąd pochodzisz?
I was born in Rome, but they say my family is from Alba Longa.
Dlaczego wstąpiłeś do Legionu?
That's a long story, my friend. Suffice to say, the powers that be are not fond of me. I have decided that staying in Rome could be, shall we say, hazardous to my health.
W ilu wojnach brałeś udział?
To be honest, this will be my first proper battle. I did study a lot, though, and therefore I am well versed in matters of strategy and tactics.
Mój pierwszy przydział wojskowy. Czy masz dla mnie jakąś radę?
If you don't play an important part, you will be torn apart. My father used to say. I guess that was his way of telling me to be brave and hopefully not stupid.
Rozmawiamy później.
What is he looking for?
He's been like this all morning.
Salve Geminus, jak nie mam?
Yes, Geminus. Salve. I'm a little preoccupied.
Masz piękną galerę. Prawie mi żal, że musimy ją opuścić na Lesbos. Nasz cel jest już w zasięgu wzroku.
Thank you. I work hard to keep her in good condition. We should be at our destination just after midday, so please enjoy the rest of your journey. Wait,
Co się stało?
they're headed straight towards us. They're gonna ram!
Get your father's weapons. Let's see if you can actually fight.
No proszę, jesteśmy zaatakowani przez grupy. Tak jest. To mamy
Guys,
walkę.
are you all right?
I'm fine, Centurio.
Form up. Let's get these pirates off our ship.
Może ja troszkę w ogóle przyciszę. No dobra. Może jeszcze troszkę. Dobra. Okej, zaczynamy. Atakowanie! Jeśli chcesz zaatakować wroga, zaznacz umiejętność, której używasz. Okej. Nieudolni wrogowie, aha, czyli mamy punkt akcji, dostaliśmy. Okej. Morale minus 10. Dwa heksy, dobra.
Deadly, that thing. I've lived other lives before this one.
Wow, noga poleciała. Świetnie. Dobra.
Where's that gladiator who boarded with us?
Up there!
Never underestimate the value of an impressive entrance.
Jest gladiator nasz. Świetnie. Dobra, teraz strzałki na górze, nad postaciami sugerują, gdzie będę miał zasięg, jak stanę. Tu będę miał zasięg. Może podejdę bliżej. świetnie. Utrudnianie.
Only one remains. This was easy.
Tutaj jak jest ta czerwona strzałka, nie mogę się ruszyć, bo dostanę atak okazyjny od tego gościa. Więc musimy walczyć. Wpływa na zgranie. Teraz co to za efekt? Zgranie. Maksymalny punkt ruchu plus 2. Okej. O, głowa spadła. Zwycięstwo!
Back to Neptune's asshole, barbarians! The Triarchus run us straight into the pirate ambush stream. Allow me to execute him right here and right now. This traitor must be working with them.
Też tak sądzę, to zbyt duży zbieg okoliczności.
I will make him pay for his betrayal.
It is quite unusual for pirates to attack any ship, let alone a heavily armed Roman galley. They prefer to attack lightly defended coastal towns instead. It's less risky and more profitable.
Well, let's go talk to the man.
Geminos, you steered us into a trap.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I had nothing to do with it, I promise. They came out of nowhere.
Silence! You utter nonsense! By Mars, it is the sea! How can anyone come from nowhere?
We cannot execute a man based on no evidence. Besides, we need our Triarchus to make it safely ashore.
What do you say, kid? What do you think we should do?
Czemu mnie o to pytasz? Decyzja decyzja należy do
I'm
siebie.
just a humble Cantorio, albeit a particularly well-dressed one. Lucullus has greater plans for you. Your father's dead. The time to rely on others to make difficult decisions for you is gone.
Dlaczego chcesz go zabić, gladiatorze?
We are close to our destination, and we can reach it without him. If there is a possibility that he is working with the enemy, we cannot risk to let him live. Mercy, doubt, hesitation. These are all openings that the enemy can exploit to kill you. This
Gajusz.
man's value to us is far less than the threat he may pose.
Gajuszu, jeżeli tak twierdzisz, piraci nie atakują statku. Dlaczego akurat ci mieli postąpić by inaczej?
There are many of us important people on our way to join the action against Lesbos. Is it not conceivable that the rebels heard of us? The Kingdom of Pontus is known to sponsor pirates, to harass and weaken Rome. I do not believe we have any reason to suspect our Triarchus of colluding with them.
Co się stało, to się nie odstanie, nie zyskamy, dokonując teraz egzekucji
Very
Triarchusa.
well. We shall spare his life. But remember, mercy is a luxury you will not always be able to afford.
Dokładnie.
A wise choice, my friend. Killing the Triarchus of our ship in the middle of the sea would have been inconvenient, indeed.
Thank you. If you ever again need the help of a skilled navigator, I am at your service.
Rowers, up the tempo! And keep your eyes open.
No i zadanko ukończone. No, powiem, że to ciekawe, bardzo było fajne. I wybieramy klasę, oczywiście wybierzemy, mamy tutaj różne klasy. Mamy Principes, czyli ciężka zbroja, potężna tarcza. Velita, czyli taki zabójca, lekka piechota, szybka i nieprzewidywalna, szerzy chaos w szeregach wroga. Sagittarius, czyli łucznik. Trirarius, czyli wspieranie, czyli taki lekarz. No i gladiator, którym my zagramy. Garda, podżegaj, zaganiaj. Aha, dobra, to ja wybieram gardę. Przywróć sobie 10-15% maksymalnego zdrowia. Tu mamy zmusza wroga, bo ruszył w stronę postaci. Usuwa zaganianie i gardę. Zmniejsza morale celu o 10, usuwa podżeganie i gardę. Dobrze. Zatwierdź. Azja Mniejsza, akt pierwszy, pierwszy wiek przed naszą erą.
Gentlemen, welcome to Lesbos, the pearl of the Mediterranean.
An ugly nest of pirates.
An impenetrable fortress of pirates, more like. With an infinite food supply thanks to the strength of their fleet.
We shall find a way to limit this infinite supply then.
You think like an imperator, Gaius. All right, people. This is Lucullus's war camp, the heart of our operations in this territory. You have been seaborne for a long time now. I suggest you walk it off. See the things you have to see, and meet the people you have to meet. The consul waits in the command tent. Don't be too late if you don't want to see him angry.
Odszukaj Luculusa i rozmów się z nim. No dobra, przejdźmy się po tym obozie.
Domine.
Jak się miewa w scenariuszu?
Hungry and my face is wind burned, but at least both of my feet are planted on solid ground now.
Dlaczego matka musiała mnie tu
To
wysłać?
save your life, of course. She firmly believes the Witelli killed your father. Sending you here was the best course of action.
Nie chcę być żołnierzem, chcę tylko ocalić moją rodzinę.
I rarely care about our wishes. And sometimes to do one thing, you have to do another thing.
Co wiesz o konsulu?
Dominus Lucius Licinius Lucullus was a close friend of your father's, and a supporter of your mother's efforts. He is now the closest thing you have to a father.
Potrzebujesz czegoś?
Besides a good wine, a warm bath, and a thorough massage, not much. Thank you. But you should think about yourself, Domine.
Co powinienem teraz zrobić, scenariuszu?
I would get used to my surroundings and visit the consul as soon as possible. We're here to accomplish something. Time to find out what it is.
Porozmawiamy później.
Salve.
Bestia. Jesteś bestia Tabat, prawda? Nazywam się Adamus Emilius Malinus.
I am called Bestia Tabat indeed. You fight well. I noticed it.
Mogę zadać ci kilka
You
pytań?
may ask, and I may answer or not.
Skąd pochodzisz?
I was born in Mauritania, but I'm a Roman citizen.
Czy kiedykolwiek walczyłeś w
Till
wojnie?
I undertook this voyage, I fought every single day in the arena. But wars, this will be my first.
Czyli my też jesteśmy gladiatorami. On i ja. Nosisz osobliwe imię. Czy bestia to twoje nazwisko rodowe?
My name is unusual. Tabat is the name that was given to me by my father. Bestia is the name I took when I earned my freedom. I chose it because I have fought and defeated many beasts.
Byłeś gladiatorem, zatem musimy dużą wiedzę na temat walki. Udzielisz mi jakieś
I
rady?
recommend you to not die. Honor matters little. He who stands tall in the end will always be the winner.
Co możesz powiedzieć o jeszcze dowódca?
They say Lucullus has the greatest military mind in Rome. I only know he is consul and imperator, but I don't understand what that means.
Jak to możliwe, że mieszkając w Rzymie nie zaznajomie się z naszymi urzędami?
This is my first time seeing a senator outside of the spectator stands.
Imperator sprawuje władzę nad rzymskimi legionami.
And from what I have heard, we are in good hands. It will be an honor to fight for such a man.
Widzę, że Trikarius nie zaskarbił sobie twojej
You'll
sympatii.
fail again and cause the death of someone you care about. And that death will be your doing. Mark my words.
Do zobaczenia na polu walki. Okej. Co my tu mamy? Przejdźmy się.
Does Thermus seem like he knows what he's doing to you?
Him and his whole legion seem like they haven't the faintest clue.
The pirates are getting bolder. They attacked another one of our galleys this morning.
Geminus tell you too?
That's right.
This is the second time his galley's been attacked, and yet he still lives.
Saw Agrippa harassing that old Servus with the limp again.
That small-dicked bully. Did you tell the Praefectus?
He won't do anything about it. Agrippa is connected.
How long are they going to keep us here?
One day that's driving me crazy too. I came here to kick Mithridates' ass, not to sit on the beach day in and day out.
Don't joke about that kind of thing.
That other legion. Bit wet behind the ears, aren't they?
Everyone starts out that way.
True enough. Soon they'll be veterans too.
Or they'll be dead.
Okej. Nie mogę wejść. No dobra, chodźmy tutaj.
This is not going to work, as long as the rebels keep receiving supplies by sea.
We will need to cut their supply lines. It's an operation for our occulta speculatores.
Alveluklusie, przybyliśmy zgodnie z życzeniem.
By Jupiter, you sure have grown up, haven't you? This is the promising young man I was telling you about, Thermus.
Quite unassuming, but full of potential, I guess. Prime material for the speculatores, if he can prove himself.
Kim są
A
spekulatorzy?
special cohort assembled for particularly daring undertakings.
Soon enough, you shall see the kind of thing they are tasked to carry out.
Powiedz tylko, co mam zrobić.
Trial by fire is what you need. Now pay attention. We've been in a deadlock here on Lesbos for some time now. My co-consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta, is engaged against King Mithridates of Pontus in the east. Mithridates is using the pirates of Lesbos as his navy.
The fortress of Mytilene here is well protected, but it also has a weakness. There's a mountain pass we can utilize. I will lead the assault myself.
I volunteer for the vanguard. If my uncle can defeat Pontus, I can surely handle Mytilene.
So be it then. Meanwhile, you will prove yourself as a leader, my young ward. Take Caeso Quintius Acollinus, your Servus Cineros, and that gladiator who came with you on the ship. You will meet up with Julius Calidus of my legion Speculatores. Your mission is to sneak into the harbor and destroy the enemy ships any way you can. I expect you have questions.
Tak, wydawało mi się, że mam pełnić obowiązki twojego
If you're
trybuna.
worried about your future political prospects, have no fear. We will tell everyone you served as my tribunus with great distinction.
Dlaczego nie mogę wziąć udziału w szturmie jak Gajusz?
If you are fast, you may yet play a part in that. But for the assault to succeed, you must do this first.
Wolałbym sobie sam wybrać ludzi.
Prove yourself, and you will be able to name your companions. However, you will want Calidus on your team. Trust me.
Wszystko to jest tylko drugorzędną operacją w ramach kampanii Koty.
That doesn't make what we're doing any less important. Mithridates has a dozen warriors for each of our legionari. Defeating Pontus will require patience and caution. Regaining control of the Aegean Mare is a crucial step in cutting off Mithridates' supply lines.
Nie mam więcej pytań, zrobię co trzeba.
Right. Are those your father's old weapons? I'm sure they mean a lot to you, but look, the leather is brittle. This won't do.
Visit my smith Sextus and get yourself properly equipped before you go.
Okej.
Shall we, son? Do you need anything?
Chciałbym ci podziękować, że uratowałeś mi życie.
That is unnecessary. I just wish your father could see you like this. He would have been proud.
Myślę, że jestem tu bezpieczny, a jeśli ludzie, którzy napadli naszą willę, mnie tu odnajdą?
Calm your soul, child. There's nothing to be worried about. I am your patronus now. No one will dare to harm you as long as I am alive.
Ty i ojciec byliście
We
przyjaciółmi?
served together under Cornelius Sulla in the Social War. He was the most talented spy I've ever known.
Zawsze uczył mnie, żeby uprzedzać ruchy
I know.
przeciwnika.
You're a natural fit for the occultist speculatories. If you're anything like your father, you'll even enjoy it.
Ludzie, z którymi ma walczyć, to piraci czy rebelianci?
Lesbos has rebelled against Rome. We call them pirates for political reasons, when in reality these people are organized much like a navy. They are allied with Mithridates, Megas of Pontus. He's without a doubt the most dangerous enemy Rome has faced since Hannibal.
A w jaki sposób Mithridates może zagrozić potędze Rzymu?
Pontus is a strong nation. They have conquered Colchis, Cappadocia and Bithynia, and these conquests have made them bold. Mithridates himself is a fascinating figure. They say he has rendered himself immune to poison.
To nie pierwszy raz, kiedy Mithridates walczy z Rzymem.
My mentor, Cornelius Sulla, defeated him some years ago when he first invaded our province of Asia. Mithridates exploits the ebb and flow of the conflict between the factions of our Senate. He strikes when Rome is divided, like a vulture circling a wounded wolf.
Bywaj zdrów, patronie. Rozumiem, że już
Son, do you...
tak jest. To teraz porozmawiajmy z Cezarem.
Solway.
Wydajesz się interesującą osobą.
Interesting. I shall accept this as a compliment, but prepare to be disappointed. To the extent of my knowledge and ability, I shall try to be as helpful as I can.
Pierwszy raz podróżuję tak daleko od domu.
Indeed. Staying in Rome became, shall we say, politically disadvantageous to me. That's why I left it. Like you, I've never been to Lesbos before. I did my homework, though, in case you have any questions.
Czego się dowiedziałeś?
Lesbos is one of the most important islands on this sea. Some cartographers call it the Horse Island, on account of its shape.
Końską wyspą? Co tam robią piraci?
Location, I would guess. The island has countless coves and natural harbors for pirate ships to hide in. Not to mention the massive fortress in Mytilene.
Pod każdym względem góruję nad tymi Grekami. Nie rozumiem, dlaczego nasza armia nie może ich po prostu zetrzeć z powierzchni ziemi.
Be that as it may, their position here is superior. Mytilene is right next to the sea, and their fleet brings them supplies constantly. It's a stalemate.
Jest jeszcze coś, co chciałbym cię zapytać.
Of course.
Sądzisz, że Triarch współpracował z
Does
wrogiem?
it matter? For the sake of this discussion, let us say he was a traitor. In the end, we are triumphant and the pirates are dead. The Triarchus, if indeed he worked with them, now knows he picked the wrong side. In a war like this, allegiances are rarely about ideology. The common person wants nothing more than to be on the winning side, and we have shown Geminus that the winning side is ours.
To obowiązkowo wygląda bardziej jak osada.
Fascinating, isn't it? The Legion can build a fortified camp like this almost overnight. In my opinion, that is the foundation of Rome's military might.
Porozmawiamy później, Gajuszu.
Wait. Listen, you seem trustworthy. I may have need for your help on a rather sensitive matter.
Oczywiście, Gajuszu, możesz mi zaufać.
That is good to hear. Keep in mind the matter I'm about to mention is rather personal in nature. Your discretion would be appreciated. I've been keeping a detailed account of our journey ever since we left port. Shortly after our arrival, however, the journal went missing. I believe it to be stolen by one of the Centuriones.
Jesteś tego pewien?
I'm reasonably sure. The journal might be misplaced, but I find this to be improbable since I write regularly.
Skąd pomysł, że ukradł go Centaurio?
I have seen a particular man walking out of my tent. As a matter of fact, I have already confronted him and he pretty much admitted his guilt.
Dlaczego miałby kraść twój pamiętnik?
Pain comes in many forms. Physical, emotional, and let us say that some men just enjoy inflicting pain in all forms.
Dlaczego po prostu nie pójdziesz do tego Centaurios i nie zażądasz zwrotu swojej własności?
That I have already tried. He threatened me in a way. He said if I continue bothering him, he would read the contents of my journal publicly.
A co w tym takiego strasznego?
It is my private journal, wherein I write my private thoughts. I am not ready for those to be publicized.
To poważne oskarżenia, jeśli to prawda, mamy do czynienia z ciężkim przestępstwem. Myślę, że powinien o tym dowiedzieć się Primus Pilus.
Roman law is valid in Rome, and our perpetrator knows this. This is a personal matter, and therefore it should be solved personally.
Dobrze, powiedz mi, co mogę dla ciebie uczynić.
The centurio is called Agrippa, I think. He hangs out with his friends near the tent over there. I thought perhaps you could convince him to hand over my journal. Needless to say, I would like to keep the contents of the journal private. I would appreciate if you'd refrain from reading it.
Okej, czyli mamy kolejne zadanie. Poboczne. Dziennik Cezara. Juliusz Cezar uważa, że jeden z centaurów Legio Prima Italica ukradł jego osobisty dziennik. Poprosił cię o przekonanie złodzieja, by go oddał. Dobrze, zajmijmy się tym. O tu.
We're in the middle of something, Tribune. What do you want?
Ponoć wszedłeś w posiadanie cudzej własności. Przybyłem, aby ją odzyskać.
But this is priceless. A journal written by Cotter's stupid nephew, who thinks of himself as the greatest commander history has ever seen.
Jest również moim przyjacielem. Sugeruję, abyś natychmiast mi go oddał.
Why don't you send him back here to beg for it again?
Mogę sprawić, że ci się to opłaci. Dziennik za 300 denarów.
For this worthless dribble? Now that's a bargain. Take it.
No dobra, mamy dziennik. Idźmy go oddać Juliuszowi Cezarowi. Ciekawe, co w nim jest takiego. Statystyki, a to tu i osobowość, rozumiem. Ekwipunek, rozumiem. Przedmioty, ok. Pamiętnik Gajusza Juliusza Cezara. Schludnie poskładana kolekcja zwojów należącego do Gajusza Juliusza Cezara.
Solway, I see you've successfully retrieved my journal. May I ask how you managed it?
Wszystko ma swoją cenę. W tym przypadku cena ta wynosiła 300
You
denarów.
paid out of your own pocket. I don't know what to say. Thank you. I'm literally in your debt.
Ależ skąd wynagrodzisz mi to w inny
You
sposób?
have already started collecting favors. Wise. One last question before we're done. Did you read my journal?
Nie interesują mnie twoje prywatne dywagacje, Gajuszu.
Fair enough. No matter where your interest lies, I thank you for helping me.
Wszyscy pretorianie zdobywają 10 punktów. Czy jeszcze możemy porozmawiać?
Solway.
Nie możemy. Z Lucjuszem?
Solway, son.
Nie trzeba. Dobra, chodźmy do Kowala, Sextusa i zyskać lepsze wyposażenie. Czyli tu. A tu jest, widzę...
Solway, Legionary. If you're here to get your weapons fixed, you must have me confused with Vulcan.
Oręż mojego ojca.
Buried with them. This leather is fossilizing. Help yourself to any of the gear on the racks. Take all of it if you need it.
A gdybym potrzebował coś specjalnego, czy mógłbyś dla mnie wykuć?
I have enough work on my hands right now supplying the consul's centuriones.
Czy sprzedajesz materiały
You have to bring
rzemieślnicze?
your own materials if you want any work done. I've nothing to spare.
Dziękuję. Obiekty interaktywne. Okej, Alt, tak? Aha, dobra, i nam się podświetla. Czyli tu. O proszę, Scissor. Hasta. Bierzemy wszystko. Ekwipunek, tak? Zbroja, oczywiście. I miecze. Tak. Umiejętności przedmiotu. Szansa na odwet. Dobrze. Rozumiem, że to na obrażenia cięte, odporności na Dobra, to możemy... I dostaliśmy za to przeciętne surowce. No dobrze. No to wyruszajmy. Także później, w następnym odcinku spotkamy się z Juliuszem Kalidusem. Do zobaczenia.